started was, if you're going to have a cell phone, put it in your purse.
Yes, put it in your purse. Now, you may not have a purse, but you can find, I think man purses are going to come back.
Okay. So, number one is to use speakerphone.
Yes.
That's sort of self-evident.
Very, very simple. Just keep it this far away, and you're actually having 1,000 times or 10,000 times less exposure. It doesn't have to be that far away from your body, because it works by the square of the distance away from you. So this is a lot of a protection, just holding it out there.
Now, if you hold that there, the second big issue, of course, is if you're going to hold the phone far from you and you're in a crowded area, listen, I know you're going to use cell phones. I'm not getting rid of my cell phone either. This is really aimed at helping us deal with the reality that it might be a danger, and we want to have our cell phones. So the issue for me is, how do I talk to someone when I'm in a crowded area? And I think this idea of using a wired headset piece like this makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, what about these wireless setups, these things?
Well, they actually give you less exposure into your ear. But the problem is, if you have it in your pocket, then you're getting exposure to your bone marrow at the same time that you're minimizing exposure to your head. Yeah. So we really don't recommend, particularly for young men, to keep a phone in the pocket, because there have been a number of studies that have found reduced sperm count in men who have the phone in their pocket a lot.
Okay, then the fourth big issue is how you actually carry the phone. Now, you mentioned you put it on your purse. Most guys will take their cell phone and put it on your waist, like this.
That's fine, particularly if you do one other thing, turn it off. Now, we don't, most of us, you may be an exception, do not need to be on call 24/7. Right. Most of us do not, and I've actually found it's possible to turn the phone off and live a life.
A miracle worker, Dr. Davis. And the fifth idea is to think about using the cell phone differently when you have a poor reception.
Absolutely. When the signal is weak, you don't use your phone unless it's an emergency, because the weaker the signal on the phone, the more the radio frequency signal has to boost itself in to get into the phone, and you're actually getting greater exposure with a weaker signal.
So let's go over the 5 one more time, right? We're going to keep the phone a little further away from us. We're going to have a wired setup to our ears. We're going to avoid using a wireless setup unless you take it off right after you use it and put it away somewhere so it's not on your body anywhere. You're not going to carry it on your waist size, right? Because that's a problem, especially if you want to
when it's on.
When it's on. But most people don't carry off phones too low. What's the point? So you got to be cautious about carrying a phone on you in a place where it can actually demonstrate effect on your testicles, your ovaries. It's very sensitive reproductive organs of the body. And the fifth tip we gave you was to make sure that if it's a poor signal that the phone has reception with, that you take the precautionary step of not using the phone. Does that make sense, everybody? We're on the same page here. Dr. Deborah Davis, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate all of our guests. We'll be right back.